Well, hello everybody, and this is Auntie. And I am here, honey, with this review. I just couldn't go to bed without having this conversation with y'all in this segment of Auntie Say It Isn't So, Say It Isn't So. Child, the after party I usually look at sometimes I don't. But I am absolutely glad that I did. This is information you have got to hear. Do y'all hear me? Welcome, Tanya. Welcome, sweetie pie. Love your hair. Hey there, JW. I'm trying to do my black and white, but I can't. Hello there, Ray Della, our moderator. Okay. Hey, Ray Della. Y'all, this after party of season 18, I think I can't remember if it's episode 17 or whatever. Carla put it out on the fucking street. No ifs, ands, buts, no in betweens, no nothing. She put it out there. She said what she said. She did what she did. And y'all, we got to talk about it. I have got to tell y'all about her. Hey, TT Tackles Goes. Hello there. Hey, Sandy Moon. Hey, Alice Hill. Hey, Judy. Hey there, Simone. Hey, Boo. Hey there, girl. What's the tea? How you doing, sweetie pie? Okay, y'all the early bird, so I get to shout y'all out. Um, y'all, I wrote down some notes. I'm gonna have to go through them. Um, and so y'all gonna have to be patient with me as I discuss it with you, right? Because like I said, they notes and I jotted them down. And you know how sometimes you drop them down so quick, you're not really even paying attention to, how it's formatted and nothing. So y'all please forgive me, okay? Hey there, Miss Kelly. Hello there, Yolanda Gibson. And hey, Bernice. Hey there, Queen Patrice. Hey, y'all. Hey. So, y'all, let me start with Keisha opening up the episode and everything, right? Y'all know they have like a little drinky and all of that kind of stuff. So she said that, so she asks Icky Yicky Ya 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 Ya. She says, in case you during your session with Dr. Pia, you shared the difficulties you've been experiencing in your marriage. And it seems like it's reaching the point of no return. So he said one of the main reasons why I don't communicate with her is that things get misconstrued or thrown back in my face for something that was agreed upon or whatever I really need to know. Okay, so he's talking about the incident where they were sitting on the sofa, right? He takes any little thing that she does and he tries to make it a bigger issue than it is. And it is because I really do not know um, what happened to him, why he can't communicate. He has indicated that he is a school counselor where he is helping children to navigate um, life, navigate, filling out college applications, XYZ, knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. He is helping children to navigate that. And you all know if you've had a child, right, that has transitioned from high school to college, it's a long process. For my daughter, we started like around in the 10th grade, 9.5, 10th grade, to get her ready for college and stuff like that upon graduation. And so, when you have a teacher or a counselor, right, you're basically going with that counselor and working with that counselor on curriculum and all of that kind of stuff. What's the best classes for them to get into in order for it to make sense when they go to school? What training do they need and all of that kind of stuff, right? So you start that stuff off with your child at, basically, a lot of people started off at like around 10th grade. as far as looking for scholarships, looking at the criteria for what. So a counselor has a really huge job, right, to serve when they are helping these kids. Now, I don't know. From rumor has it that he is not a counselor, neither a school teacher, but a barber. Right. A lot of people have been wondering why Icky Icky Yaya Yay has been carrying around his backpack, right? And some people are saying it's his barber equipment. There ain't nothing wrong with being a barber, but honey, bitch, let me move on. So he said it gets to the point of no return. And it gets misconstrued and thrown back in his face. I disagree with that. I don't think that I think that she is trying to problem solve with his dumb ass. I think that she is trying to close a chapter so that she can start reading another one, right? And he is seeing it. In defense mode because he's not attracted to her. And when a guy's not attracted to you, I don't care what it is that you say or what it is that you do, he's just not going to be attracted to you in that way. And we've all experienced that. We've all experienced, well, some of us, because not everybody, but a lot of us have experienced rejection. And the thing about it is, for me, I felt like he rejected Icky Yicky Yaya. I mean, rejected him, and when she brought him to the apartment, I believe that her success made him realize his failures. And it is like that a lot of times when you are a single woman and you are dating, a man and stuff like that, right? They may be intimidated by what you have or intimidated by how many rooms you got in your house, how many square feet, what kind of car you drive, what kind of job you have, X, Y, and Z, right? And a lot of times, they can be intimidated by that, but you've built these things, right, because you've had to. And you've had opportunities due too because you've taken advantage of opportunities and stuff. And so it's not that you brought this stuff or acquired these things to say the next man I get with, I'm gonna throw this in his face. No, you've acquired it over time because your ability to make more money has given you an ability to have better things. And I think that for a man who is secure about who he is, right, he understands that. And likewise, he's built his empire and built the things that he wants for his life. Like all of my friends, they have nice house, nice cars, they dress nice, smell good, have side hustles and stuff like that, right? And it's not intimidating to be around these guys because they just live in life and taking advantage of opportunities. And so I mean it's not a big deal. Hold on a second, y'all. It's not a big deal when you secure about who you are. Hold on, y'all. Mm, I got heat coming from everywhere. So it's not a big deal, when you acquire stuff or when you're around people who have success or who have been successful in certain areas. There are people who have reached goals and accomplish things that I never will accomplish, right? I just don't have the time to do it right now. But it doesn't intimidate me. It makes me feel it makes me feel good to know that hard work and dedication and education pays off. Like, but for him, I think that that's when he shut himself down and that's when he began to be small, right? Because we saw his apartment, what keep going on to. So anyway, so she says, she said, I really need to know what it is because I'm unsure what you're talking about. This is what, um, MM said to him. Um, about it's just our conversations don't progress. It's like taking 10 steps forward and 20 steps back. It doesn't feel like I want or like I wanted or desired So wait a minute, y'all. I think I got the wrong thing. I do. No, I don't. So they go through all of that stuff, right? Where they talking about that. And so Keisha says, I'm confused because then you go out with her. You have this conversation with her where you're telling her that it's like taking 10 steps forward and 20 steps back. You tell Dr. Pia that, why is this looking crooked? You tell Dr. Pia that, it's like a broken car that you just don't want to be fussing with anymore. But then, because Keisha brings up the fact, okay, so Icky, you said that all that to her and then asked her to go out. And she said, so I'm confused about why you would do something like that if you know you was feeling some kind of way about it. So he says, yeah, I wanted to go play some games. And I asked her, she said yes. And I was like, okay, let's just take the moment. He said he was tired and delirious. So why the fuck did he show up? And he seemed like he wasn't delirious to me when he was talking to Dr. Pia, because it takes a lot of effort for a motherfucker like him to lie. He was like, I was like, hey, I just want to go. Let's go. And there was a game room across the street. And we like just was in that moment. It was like freedom. You play games. We played basketball. What is the freedom when he want to be safe? See, because he's been talking about this safe space, and going back to Texas to have a safe space, but now he's talking about freedom and having fun. How can you have both? So is she free at the arcade room and not? I mean, is she safe there and not safe somewhere else? See, this is all bullshit. Excuse my language, but that's just what it is. And the thing about it is, just like everybody knows that David is lying, everybody knows Ikichi is lying. Now you can go and play games with the girl. So, they was like, you giving her mixed signals. She's already said that she wants this marriage to work, and you giving her mixed signals. Like, period, point blank, poo. But the thing about it is, I know that a lot of people don't like me saying it, but MM got to take responsibility for her own heart. The Bible says, with your own, guard your heart with all due diligence, for out of it flows the issues of your life. And so nobody is responsible for guarding MM's heart but MM. If I can just be honest about it, like, it just doesn't make sense. So they say, he said it was more like an olive branch of peace. He said if she's confused about this situation, that's on her. What a cruel thing to say to somebody. That is so cruel. So they was like, she's looking for specific examples. And so Michelle said, I get confused because I only hear MM side of the story. And then I'm watching this, like, I think she's looking for specific examples. And so are the experts. And I feel like we don't get those from you. So then I'm still confused because I'm like, well, what happened? What was the turning point? And then, he says, imagine you with somebody like David. And David's like hopping on you or like making you feel sexually uncomfortable. But she stopped doing that. And so he wants to take this little small portion of what happened to them at the honeymoon. And he wants to continue to keep regurgitating that over and over and keep bringing it up and vomiting it out on everybody. And so he knows that Michelle and David doesn't have a connection with each other. And so he uses that opportunity to use that example for Michelle to back Michelle down. And I thought it was just tasteless and tacky as fuck. And it's just so ignorant for him to do that. Anyway, so y'all, he says, we just met. And so you're feeling uncomfortable in a space and just, you there's confusion, whatever. Nah, mother. So hold on, y'all. I gotta read my notes. So Michelle said, I can't imagine having that conversation with David and then be like, hey, let's go play some hoops. She said, that's confusing. And at this point, that's sending mixed messages. She said, if me and David had problems, we go in a separate room. And they do. And the same, well, Madison leaves out the fucking house until 3 o'clock in the morning. But it's absolutely the truth, right? So, y'all, we're going to get to the soul. So then when we come back, we talking about Michelle. Michelle says, I think no matter the situation, like no woman wants to be lied to and cheated on. And she says that infidelity is like a huge thing because my parents divorced because of that. Michelle, you was just a baby. Because they go into talking to Michelle about what's going on in her relationship with David. Keisha says that she understand, we all know that David's text message wasn't a mistake. It didn't go to his cousin. And, so Carla, so Michelle is trying to, say, different things about him and say negative stuff. And so Carla was like, Carla was let me tell you something. Carla dragged their asses. So Carla said, I'm going to be real with you because Keisha asked her, Carla, what do you think? She said, I'm going to be real with you. And I totally don't want to take away from what your experience is, and neither do I want to be insensitive towards you. But it's very rocky and rough watching you two as a couple. So I understand that he looked elsewhere. I said, okay, Carla. She said, it's hard watching that. And I'm just going to go ahead on and shoot straight from the hip. It's hard watching that. And I don't know if that was me going through what I was going through, the way that you treat him. She said, are you looking outside your marriage? She said, yeah, but I'm not getting treated the way that David is. See, Michelle tries to deflect, put something on somebody else. And Carla didn't take the bait. She said, me and Juan may not be connected, but Juan ain't treating me like you treating David. And it is what it is, Michelle. And I'm not going to sit up here and sugarcoat it. I know we got girl code and all of that. But fuck what you said, what you saying right now, because what you're saying is not making any sense. And don't ask me about me and Juan because there is no comparison because Juan is not treating me this way. Now, Juan is rejecting her. He is letting her know that he has his boundaries up. Ikichi had the nerve to try to weigh in on it. And I'm like, for what? Saying that Juan don't want to make a mistake. No, Juan doesn't want it. It's not about Juan making a mistake. But again, at the table, Thomas had already said he always wants to give out advice, but he never wants to, be vulnerable before us and let us know what's going on. You know why, Thomas and the rest of the guys? Because he ain't, and he knows that he's playing a huge game. Um. So they go into go into talking about the documentation and how he only brought one page for the divorce. He came into the room and he was just yucky. He opened up the space. Keisha told him it's about how you come. It's about the energy that you bring into the room. He brings a nasty disposition into the room for everybody else, right? And everybody else got to sit around and hold their breath because they don't know, what shoe is going to drop, how the shoe is going to drop, and what the effect of the shoe dropping is. Nobody knows because he's a wild card, right? And, Thomas and all of them are kind of standing down. But David didn't stand down. If you all remember when they was at the 1 month anniversary, David was like, look, we're going to end up having this conversation another time, right? Because you need to be on chill time. I don't like the way this conversation is going. I.e., in other words, he was saying, I don't like how you talking to this woman. Now, David said, I'm a cheater and all of that kind of stuff, right? But I'm going to still try to be respectful and I want you to have respect. Like point blank and simple. Point blank and simple. So she says, so they look at the thing where he comes in and he gives the 1 page divorce. She said, and so MM said, there's no way to actually sign the rest of the pages. He said, this is for a formality. And so he says that she blew up on him. He says the following, y'all. He said, I didn't even want to be there. But I came to conclude to put a period at the end of the sentence. I was done, and to be done with it, I did it soon. And then she blew up, and I said, I gotta go. I shouldn't have wasted the gas. I should not have wasted the gas. But you wasted the gas for a scene. You wasted the gas to hurt her. You wasted the gas to do a drama, a stunt. You wasted the gas because you needed it to be caught on television and you needed to hurt her, the shock and the horror. But as she said, you can't hurt her anymore. You won't, you didn't, and you can't. And Camille co signed. You won't, you didn't, and you can't hurt MM anymore. And the thing about it, this is an educated man who comes with one sheet of paper. Now, I don't know if he is the type of person, and I'm going to put this out there, that would take the second, third, and fourth pages and put something in it that she doesn't agree with. MM told him, this is a legal paper. First of all, we need to negotiate some things because does he want her lifestyle? Will he effect and affect her lifestyle with this divorce? Is he going to be asking for alimony, child support, bitch? Carla said, I thought it was silly for you to show up like that. It seemed like you was there to embarrass her in front of the group. But it ended up backfiring on your dumb ass. You were the one that ended up looking crazy. See, you look silly and sickening and dumb and petty. He said, I didn't mean to look silly. I didn't come to look silly. Yeah, because you thought that what you was doing was cool. And that's why I said I really do believe that he need a mental health jack. Like, I don't know if this bitch needs a straight jacket or what it is that he needs. He said, I came there to conclude. So I was like, yeah, take it over there. And Keisha said, you don't realize the demeanor and the energy that you bring when you enter into the room. Michelle said, yeah, it was icky. You just standing there at the door, it was icky. It was so gross and nasty. What is the definition of icky? Let's break that down. Chat GPT, be my friend. Let me see. Do I have Chat GPT on this phone? Yes, I do. Icky is often used to describe something that feels unpleasant, undesirable, or distasteful, whether it be a physical sensation, an emotion, or an idea. It can refer to things that are sticky, glimy, and generally just gross, as well as feeling of discomfort or awkwardness. It's a casual, informal way to express aversion. That's exactly what it was. It was distasteful, undesirable, unpleasant. It was gross. It was slimy. It was awkward. Everything. So, so Keisha asked him, "What would you have done?" Oh, wait a minute. I got to get this. She said, you were standing like the whole situation was just icky. He said, well, one of the reasons why I did not come to the dinner is because I was allergic to seafood. Y'all know y'all know, but y'all probably don't know I'm a wordsmith. I love words, but I want to know what the meaning is, and I listen to words. I listen to the way that people speak. I listen to what they say, and I also listen to what is not being said. I hear what the average person does not hear because I love words. Math is my thing, but I love words. I noticed that Icky Yiki Yaya said I was. If you go back, you rewind it, he said I was allergic to seafood. A person who is allergic to seafood says I am. Was, past tense, not anymore, over. What is the definition and use of the word was? The word was is past tense of the verb to be. It is used to describe a state of being or existence in the motherfucking past. Was can indicate that something occurred and existed previously, but does not exist now. For example, he was happy yesterday. The party was fun. I was allergic to seafood. But if anybody see this video, they gonna say the bitch was eating shrimp, crab, oysters, trout, salmon, whiting, clams. The bitch been eating seafood. So he chose the word was. So at the time of the fucking party, I was allergic to seafood, but now I'm not. Icky lied and told them, "Oh, I couldn't be there because I was allergic to seafood at that time." So what's the status of you and seafood now? Because Auntie is allergic to certain seafoods. I can have a crab cake. I can have it when you take it out that shell. But bitch, if I touch that shell, I'm gonna have a reaction. I am allergic to some seafoods. And I am allergic to seafood when it is served a specific way. But never was I allergic to seafood. Bitch, I am. If you give me raw steamed shrimp, I am going to have a reaction. However, if you fry with some batter, and I mean fry hard, it reduces the amount of iodine to allow me to enjoy maybe four of them bitches. I can have it fried, but a small portion of it. Because if I eat more, that that throat kisses and that tongue. And then we're 911. I cannot and would not sit in a conversation with anyone knowing that I have one of the most deadliest food allergies, other than milk, is seafood. You lied. You're not allergic to seafood, in my opinion, because there's no was in allergic reactions. I had an allergic reaction. Lying bitch. And so they pass. Oh, that's right. That's right. That's the lie you told. To get there, to do your and then get outside and say, I'm going to sleep good tonight. No, you're not. That was sarcasm. Moreover, Keisha and I pull and ask him at the end, bitch. Do over moment. Icky, icky, ya, 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 ya. If you had an opportunity to do this over, what would you have done differently? He said, have somebody else serve her the divorce papers. There were no divorce papers. There were no divorce papers. It was a divorce paper in a green folder. Step your pussy game up. Icky, icky, ya, 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 ya. So anyway, they go into talking about Michelle and David. And Michelle having an expectation or suspicion, if you will, that David is having an affair with Madison. And this is when it get good. Because they involve Carla. Now, if you all remember, it came up at the table that Carla, no, it came up in the gym, that Carla was with Madison and David and Alan. So, of course, Carla got asked, bitch, Carla, did you see anything? Do you think it's Madison? Can you neither confirm nor deny? What happened, Carla? At the table, Michelle decided that she wanted to go deeper and she wanted to expose something. With no regard to Alan, I said that in my review. I thought that that was dirty and I thought that it was unfair and would have been disastrous. And I don't know whether or not Alan would have ever recovered, having been embarrassed in front of everybody at the table when Michelle went to ask Carla, do you kiss Alan? Have y'all ever kissed? Madison got up, walked away from the table, and Michelle said, I almost felt like she was, Keisha said, I almost felt like she was upset. So, what do you think the root cause of that was? Michelle says, I was suspicious already. And when she got up immediately like that, I was like, what is going on? I'm listening to her talk about her problems with Alan and like I'm trying to be helpful. So I'm just like, the second I start about what I'm going through, that did not happen at the table. She did not and has never talked about Alan, Michelle, in front of you. So to bring that up at the table and ask her whether or not she is kissing her man, just like you asked Carla, would you have an affair on Juan? You're always deflecting and turning it on someone else. But you's a nasty bitch, and I'm never gonna not know you to be the nasty bitch that you are. But what ended up happening next put the nail on the coffin. She said, I started feeling like the whole group was siding with David. And so when she got up like that, it was hurtful because I couldn't speak my truth. She said, Carla, do you think there's a world where the text could be from Madison? Carla said the following. Yes, bitch. Yes. She said, I would have never come up with that that would have never came to my mind originally. But I was out that night. And Madison and I was dancing and we was like, let's go ditch the boys, the guys, Alan and David. So they went, cool, cool, cool. And they left to go dancing. Carla said they was there for about a damn hour. And then all of a sudden, side pony came in. Yup, David. David pops up. She said, so we're all having a good time. And then all of a sudden, I'm by myself. Absolutely, Taylor. Because you know what? Let me just say this, Taylor, and everybody else. You do unto others as you will have others to do unto you. Unless you want to be embarrassed, blindsided, and caught off guard by someone in the future, then you don't do it in your present to anybody else. Because karma will bite you in your mother ass when you least expect it. And I agree with you, Taylor. There's no reason and no excuse for ever blindsiding an innocent person. Horrible, as Alice Hill has said. He deserves human decency. They're not even giving him that because Michelle is hurt. So she says, and I was like, wait, what's going on? Like, where did they go? They disappear for like 5 songs. The average song is 4 to 5 minutes long. That's 30 minutes. Them bitches was gone. And it probably was longer than that because we all know that Carla goes in and out, you know. So for at least 30 minutes, bitch, let's say 30 minutes, David and Madison was gone. No Allen, who was at home, and no Carla. She says, I finally see them come out of the crowd. And I was like, where did you guys go? She said, oh, I lost my phone. But then she brought it up and I was like, oh my God. They were in the crowds. And that was the night that the text message was sent. So Carla putting this together. She was with me. David came in. She was gone. They came back. And all of a sudden her phone was lost. Now, if y'all remember when they was doing the yoga and all of that stuff, Carla had said, and we saw that light bulb moment when she said, no, that was when y'all was looking for the phone. She said, yeah, my phone that was stolen. So David says that a text message is deleted, while Madison says the whole fucking phone gone. Madison, in my opinion, got rid of all the fucking evidence. You ain't gonna have nothing to tie back to me. I ain't even gonna keep the same phone. So she says, she realized it was the same night that the text message was sent. And this is the night that Carla was talking about. Okay, do you say anything to Michelle or to anyone else? Carla said that she had to think that out because she didn't have any real evidence. So she said, who the fuck am I gonna say this to? I'm gonna keep it to myself. But when we sat down and did yoga, I said, ding dong, there you go. She said, I didn't see anything with my eyes besides them just coming out of the crowd, so I didn't feel like I could say anything. She said, I believe that you're innocent until you're proven otherwise. So we're going, Keisha said, I believe that people are innocent until they are proven guilty. So we're going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Madison's not here, and neither is David to neither confirm or deny. But one thing is for sure. What goes on into the dark goes on in the dark will come to the light. Do you think, Carla, the question was asked, that it was Madison? And bitch Carla said, yeah. That she believes it was Madison's ass. That she snuck out that club with David, bitch, for at least 5 songs. Was it a quickie or was it a licky? What was going on? Carla basically told Icky, I don't know if I would cheat on your ass or not. Carla was on fire because she said, what I'm not going to do is have the crystals, the tarot cards, the light shining from a light bulb, bitch, be against me. I'm going to tell the truth, even if it hurt me and hurt these relationships. You damn right I think that Icky is icky. I think he's silly. I think he's gross. I think that I would not hesitate to cheat on his ass. Michelle, the way that you treat David is despicable. It's disgusting. It's wrong. You disrespect him. And I don't know why David put up with that shit. But what I can tell you is when we was downtown to the club, they got lost. Y'all know damn well that them cameramen got beam footage of what's going on between David and Madison. The person who is going to get hurt will be Alan. Because Michelle is on some get back time for looking bad. Michelle don't give a damn. She thinks that David is not wanted or liked or attractive to anyone, especially Madison. But what is the old saying? Somebody's trash is somebody's treasure. Okay, absolutely. Tiller said, I hate that for Alan. Carla told it. Auntie, it's been said that David told Alan he loves Madison, and Alan flipped the fuck out. You can't even pull Alan to the side like, come on, girl. And it started in the gym working out together. I think it started T tackles at the Allen. I think it started on what month? I just got lipstick do that. I think it started at the Allen. Hold on, what the cat? Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry, you can't wear cheap lipstick, can you? Because it get everywhere. I think it started when they was on the honeymoon. Right. Michelle said that Madison is David's type, but she said that David ain't Madison's type. Yes, he is. He a gym guy just like her. Yes, he is. It did start in Mexico. That's why I don't work out with men. Absolutely. Absolutely. Taylor said, love. Girl, what's the tea? Said David and Madison deserve each other. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Downtown in the comment section and in the replay. When did it start? And how far has it gotten? Do y'all believe that it has already developed into intimacy and past that? Do y'all think that it is like a little bit of bump and grind going on? Or is it just flirtation and hanging out and crying on each other's shoulders? I'm curious to see what you have to say about it. But at the end of the day, honey, Carla dragged Michelle and Ikechi or Iki. Y'all let me know. Thank y'all so much for being here. I love y'all. And until we meet again, y'all be safe down in the streets and in the water. And make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Love y'all. Bye.